Welcome back to the Ducks Quack Show, number 8, I believe, if you're keeping track. Welcome back, head coach Shaun Falzone.
Thank you.
Returning forward, Jerame Kennedy from Kansas City. Welcome aboard. And one of our new hot shots, Collin Driscoll from Warwick, Rhode Island. I believe you might be the first Rhode Island player on our team, but you're actually one of 2 this season, so that's kind of cool. Let's start out first with Coach Falzone. As usual, just want to go through a few things. First of all, I should mention today, we've been talking about our first-year players a lot. Today is Jerame Vernon's birthday.
Oh, wow.
I believe
Okay.
he's 28 years old today, so happy birthday, Jerame Vernon. We've
That's
been
right.
talking about him a little bit, and I believe he'll be a future guest on here. So
Yes.
another Duck gets a year older. And the reason that we're kind of pushing this one ahead, I'm not sure when this is going to air, but it kind of got pushed ahead a little bit this year because you're actually a few days away from hockey school and actually stepping on some ice. It's got to be nice to know that that's just a few days away now.
Yeah, we are. We're excited. The camp is actually filling up pretty good, and for Louisiana location, and we're excited about getting things going. Getting back on the ice and getting some of the guys. I think we got Mitch coming for sure from out of town. Got a good handful of Texas guys coming in.
Oh, good.
And it's the same time. It's one of our camps. It's going well. And once this finishes off, then we start getting nervous and worrying about the Chicago camp and getting that one all set and going.
Yeah, they are going to come pretty fast and furious after that. I know there is a combine, I believe, the following weekend. And then local residents in the Dells will get a chance to meet the coaches right after that. That'll be in mid-June. And then, like you said, I believe you have another camp in the Chicago area the end of June, if I'm not mistaken.
July 10th, we will be in
July.
Crystal Lake. Yeah, Crystal Lake Ice House over
That's
there.
right. I'm thinking of the other combine. I think that's at the end of June in the Motor City. So lots of stuff coming up. It's just it's kind of nice to know that you're able to step on the ice. Just a good feeling.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, we got an announcement to make. Actually, I was talking to Rum River Mallards out of Isanti, and they would like to do a cup between us, the best of 3 series. It's gonna be called the Duck Cup, since we're both types of Ducks.
Battle of the Ducks.
Yeah, give a little bit more excitement to the team, get us doing a little more things, and have a little more fun during the season. That's one of the things that we're gonna do, and I believe he's announcing that today, which is Tuesday the 2nd. He'll be announcing it online and posting that, so you guys get a heads up on that before everybody else does. But we're excited about that and joining 2 clubs together. And I'm actually, I'll be honest with you, I'm excited to get back to Isanti and deal with those fans. I had a blast last time with them. Every time I've been there, it's been fun.
Yeah, they love their hockey teams there in Isanti. The fans are pretty boisterous now. I haven't been there since the Owls days, but I understand they're still they support their hockey teams very well there in Isanti.
Correct.
So let's move on to Jerame Kennedy, an 01 from Kansas City. Joined the team a little bit late this past season. I believe you had a connection, maybe Jake Enders, a friend of his, I believe. You came to the team, played 9 games. You had a couple assists, and you come out of the Northern Cyclone system. You were in their 18U team. Very good organization on the East Coast. And what was it like sort of making the jump into junior at the end of the season?
It was a lot faster, that's for sure. But a lot more experience and exposure there. Just better hockey, quicker game.
So. And how would you describe yourself as a forward? Are you what sort of situations do you like to be on the ice in?
Well, I like kind of going to the dirty areas.
Oh.
Kind of where not a whole lot of people go in front of the net, tip shots, that kind of stuff. It's kind of a grind.
Okay. So kind of a defensive forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's something that's always big on a team, coach, to have the penalty killers and the guys that are willing to go into the corners and do the rough stuff, right?
Yeah, this team's gonna be a good mix of that. Jerame brings in that ability, which even adds on to having Collin on here. More of the the kid that can make those plays and looking for the right guys that don't mind getting dirty and getting in front of net and that kind of stuff. I got a few people like that are the mix of these players together will be huge for getting more shots on net and getting a lot more pucks in the net.
Okay. And Jerame, you did get a taste. Have you kind of set any goals for yourself as far as I don't know, points or performance or anything like that for the upcoming season? It'll be a lot different when you're playing 44 games, I guess.
Yeah. I'm going to try to average a point a game this season. Kind of help the team as much as possible, whether it's assists, goals, tip-ins, whatever. Just kind of help them out that way. So.
Okay. And we also have now kind of excited to talk about one of our newcomers. We're going to have a lot of new players on our team this year, a lot of new young players. Collin Driscoll, a native of Rhode Island. As I said, I think he might be the first Rhode Island player to join our team. I could be wrong on that, though. Played high school last year. All he did last year was pick up 43 points in 12 games.
Only.
He was the Rhode Island Player of the Year, and I believe led the Pilgrim Patriots to a state championship. Am I right?
State championship was last year. We went back again, but we lost.
Oh, okay. So somebody had a score to settle with you.
One of the kids on the team, actually, they beat us.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So just a dream season, really. The scouting report on you is good speed, something that's going to fit in well. The Ducks this season, I think, coach is looking to turn all the games into a track meet. Really good hands, good vision, and I think really perfect for the kind of high-paced offensive game that Coach Falzone is trying to institute this season.
Yeah.
Are you excited about sort of getting up to the next level?
Yeah, I had a taste of it last year. I played a couple games up at Walpole, but I'm ready to have a whole season now. So.
Yeah, and has it been difficult? I mean, just like everybody else, the situation we're in right now doesn't allow for a lot of ice time for anybody. Everybody's kind of making do with what they have, but it does seem like the East Coast has been hit pretty hard, and there's still a lot of sanctions out east, isn't there?
So the rinks are opening up June 13th up in Massachusetts, but only 25 people on the ice at a time. So it's a lot harder to get like a big group of people practicing. So
and so many people I've talked to, since we started this show, they're doing what they can with dry land, weightlifting, running, whatever, but there's nothing like getting on the ice, is there? Coach Falzone, you have to be pretty excited about getting a guy like Driscoll on your team. The offensive potential seems to be endless. And doesn't he remind you of another player that played for you at one time?
Yeah, we are definitely excited to have him. Just like I said, we're gonna be quick. We're gonna be quick up front, and then we got some size behind it, like with bringing in Jerame and bringing in the size and the guys that, like I said, don't mind going into the hole and going to the net. I think, like I said, it's we add him to a kid like Liam Donovan that's come from Texas, and a couple other guys. I think offensively wise, we're gonna give people surprise. We get a few comments once in a while going about height and talking about that junk, and then I laugh and say, well, if you guys can catch him, then you can come talk to me about it. So that's our goal, right? We got to make sure we have a good mix. At the same time, players got to be able to do their roles, and I think we have a great opportunity to mix these guys up. Bringing in some senior players. And most of those senior players are pretty good size. It helps out a lot in that area. And then, bringing in Collin, like with his skill level in his hands and that kind of stuff. All of our players are going to get a lot of work skill-wise and improving it better. But this way we know he has the speed. We know what he can do. And then we know what the other guys can mix in with that. So I think we're going to be underestimated team when we first start off, but we'll turn some heads. Sounds familiar, like we did with the Northern Lights. I won't throw any teams out there, but for the year one, and making sure that we keep out and do the same thing. I want to make sure everybody knows that we're coming to play, and we are, in my opinion, one of the toughest divisions. Now, don't get me wrong, there's tough teams out in South and everything, but in our area, I think the Minnesota teams are the ones to go against, and I'm looking forward to letting these guys go and see what they can do.
Jerame, we talked about you playing at the end of last season. It was kind of a tough thing to go through. The team it seemed like the morale was really good on the team. The players really got along well. Coach Dahlman did a pretty good job, but just not quite there. And there was a lot of disappointment, I guess, on most nights. Was it a good learning experience, to kind of get ready for this season, do you think?
Yeah, it was for sure. I mean, we were kind of bonded as a team, which really helped us out, especially towards that stretch towards the end of the season. Yeah, it was. I think it's going to get me ready for this season for sure, especially being here all year. So just coming late, so looking forward to it.
Okay. Now, I'm sure that you're already picking up on, the stuff that's being written on our website and stuff like that. We're looking to have a real mobile team this year, like a kind of a run and gun, like a real fast-paced team. And there were stretches last season where we really struggled to get the puck out of our own end. And that's got to be kind of exciting to think about, that we can kind of dish it out a little bit this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's going to be a lot better playing in the offensive zone than it will be the defensive zone. So it's always going to be good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And Collin, you do like to play that, like you're more of a back and forth type player, not really I'm just trying to think on the fly, I guess is the right word. You think quick, you're a good playmaker, and you just work well with other guys on the fly, it sounds like.
I always try to make sure I have good ice vision. I always see who's open, if I have a lane to shoot or something. So.
Okay. And obviously it counted on for offense. I'm sure you got a lot of power play time with the varsity team. Did you play a lot on PK as well and play a defensive role at times?
Usually I would play on PK, but sometimes our coach would put someone else out there because he didn't want our legs getting wasted.
Yeah. Not that you're a specialist, but I mean they sure could use you on the 5-on-5 for sure. So how have you two been sort of getting ready over the summer? Have you been doing a lot of just dry land type training? I'll start with you, Jerame. What kind of training have you been doing over the summer?
A lot of sprints, a lot of hill sprints and all that in general.
Okay.
I've been shooting pucks pretty much every day, just kind of that stuff, getting back into it, quicker feet, kind of those kind of drills, conditioning. So hopefully I'll be ready to go by the beginning of the season.
So that kind of stuff is going to make you more explosive, I would think, sort of 0 to 60 sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good thing to work on. How about you, Collin?
I've been working out every day, like 5 times a week probably.
Oh.
And then I've been playing a lot of roller hockey too with my friends out in the park and stuff. Just trying to get some way of keeping my legs in like skating shape. So I'm also heading up to the track now that the weather's nicer out here.
Yeah. Yeah, those all sound like really good cross-training things. We talked to the goalies last week, and they've been working together. They've been doing a lot of bonding type stuff, and the goaltending coach has been working with them specifically, not necessarily in person, but they've been getting a lot of assignments and stuff like that. What's the communication been like with for you guys with the other members on the team?
It's been good. Some of us talk on Snapchat, I know that, and we're always communicating in the group chat. We have assignments too where we have to ask our teammates questions, like get to know them better and how they would play in the offensive and defensive zone.
Oh, that's a great idea. It's you feel good about the way things are going so far, Jerame, over the summer? Just itching to go, I guess, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of, especially in our group chat that we have, everyone seems to bond, kind of boys being boys, kind of around with each other too. That's good for our chemistry. Kind of get in there before season starts and just start going at the beginning of the season. Don't give up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Coach, I'm going to throw it to you a little bit.
Sure.
What is your sort of game plan for the forwards? Or we talk a lot about the goaltending, how solid it's going to be, but this is the part that really gets you excited, I think. We're really going to be able to generate some offense. And what kind of stuff are you doing to kind of get a jump on everybody else?
Yeah, so we're doing stuff like, for instance, like Coach Brian said before, actually the players did the same kind of team bonding questions and getting to know each other, right? Like Collin was telling you earlier. So Coach Brian made sure he pushed that a lot. Me and him had some ideas that we threw together and sent out to the players. And then on the other hand, Coach Rody sends these guys stick handling skills, which he has to get on here next couple of days and do another one. But so they can send him videos. What they do then is they send their videos to him, and he breaks it down and gives the recommendations how to fix things on that way. And then other things we've been doing is sprinting like sprints is one of the biggest things for these players. It works on that quick start, that quick burst. And realistically, the sprint has to be 10 to 15 feet. It's nothing huge, nothing crazy. But that quick start is what slows down some people. And that will be the biggest difference between you and the other guy beating to the puck, right? So we've been doing that with drills with that. I even sent out videos on that. To even crazy pyramid push-up drills, which, by the way, most of the other returners did better than some of the new guys. But we'll get that working out pretty good. The biggest plan for these guys is getting them in the day after Labor Day. We're looking to get them going then and start with, I guess you'd call it Hell Week, right? The week where we push everybody and see what conditioning everybody's in. And if they're not in good conditioning, well, they're going to end up feeling it really bad at the end of that week. At the same time, though, we'll be doing team bonding stuff, getting them out, getting them with groups, doing projects around town. This is where I want to get involved with the community more right from the start and getting us in there and seeing what we can get going with that. But I think these guys have already started the bonding process through this group me, which is, different from somebody around my age. Of course, that's kind of a different way to get to know each other. But it's working for these guys. I noticed, like, even Ergel said it was a better bonding than he felt happened last year, and he was there last year with the group. And then I think once we get them together, you get a little more face-to-face, which this is helping out, too, to get to see some of these guys' faces. Especially for me, I see pictures and talk to them on the phones, but don't really get to talk to them face-to-face anymore with everything going on, of course. But I think once we get these guys together again, or get them face-to-face and together, it'll bring in that more of a team. And I think we'll be a little ahead of the game than some of these guys, and I think our returners came back because they love the area, they love the Dells. So you're getting kids that are coming back with positive attitudes and bringing all the new guys in. I'm looking forward to the mix. I really am, and I'm very excited about getting this group of guys together on the ice and seeing what they can do together.
Coach Guevara kind of touched on just one of the things we're saying there about how it's really important for the goalies to be, they want the bonding, but it's important for them to never be comfortable. They want them to compete. And that's the same thing with the forwards. I'm sure you always want to be, if you're on the third line, you want to be on the second line or whatever. And just kind of keep that competition going and have high tempo practices and everything. Yeah,
I think the big advantage is with the number of guys that we're bringing in, and all the players know where we're at. They know exactly where they stand, position, or skill-wise right now. Position-wise, we have no clue what lines 1, 2, or 3 yet, but we'll get to that point. But the advantage is for these guys, there's two things, right? They come in right now new, and they end up starting to figure out where they land. They don't have to compete against anybody's positionings, or the guys last year that were third and fourth liners now can come back and earn that first, second line spot. And then at the same time, they always know there's somebody behind them. Right, like it's junior hockey now. This isn't travel AA hockey anymore. Or you always got somebody standing behind you, waiting for you to mess up. But at the same time, you're teammates, so you're always cheering for each other. But the day that somebody screws up or something happens, they're the ones that are willing to jump in on and take over. And I think you need that to keep everybody on their toes, so you don't get the fourth line guys that are going, "Hey, I'm fourth line. That's where I'm going to stay. Not worried about it." It's like, "Oh God, there's a fifth line looking at behind me, and I got to make sure I'm not that group because then I'm sitting in the stands." So I think that pushes right from the beginning. And that's the thing about juniors. The guys that have already been there know it. They've seen it. They're, the last thing you want to ever do is sit in the stands. Will it happen this year? Of course it'll happen. But if you can stop it from happening, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure you're always on that ice. And, everybody else is battling and trying to get the kid take your spot. But again, same as goalies, right? They have to be teammates. So they're pushing each other with a opportunity, but they're pushing each other at the same time. And it'll help us with our game and help them with their games at the same time.
Yeah. So let's learn a little bit more about our players. Just a couple things. Jerame, first of all, I don't want to keep you guys here too long, but Jerame, I don't know if you watched any of the sort of episodes we've already had, but you've seen the jerseys that we wore last year, obviously. I don't know if you can see over Coach Falzone's shoulder there is the jerseys that the team wore when they first started. And now you've seen the sort of 3.0 version over the summer. You guys have all seen new jerseys. Just kind of curious to hear what you think about them.
I like them a lot, I'm going to be honest. I think it's kind of going to revamp the team a little bit, get us going, kind of get some of that fire back. Like the jerseys, for sure.
Yeah. And Collin, you're kind of a newcomer, but Obviously, you've had a chance to see them. Do you like what
Yeah,
you see?
so much better than the previous ones. Those are so ugly.
Well, they were, they were not quite as snazzy as these ones, I guess. And if we do have this competition with the Mallards, I have to say that our duck could probably take their duck if it comes to it. We have a bench clearing brawl. Our duck would probably eat their duck and spit it out. The other thing too, any comments about the NHL lockout? Are you guys excited to see your teams back in action, your favorite teams, or do you think maybe it's been too long already?
I can't wait. Can't wait for it to happen again.
So being in Rhode Island, I'm going to say, what are you, a Devils fan or a Capitals fan or something like that?
It's usually the Bruins up here, but I'm actually
Okay.
a Capitals fan.
You're a Capitals fan.
Yeah.
So, and let me guess who your favorite player is. Does he wear number 8?
Yeah.
How about you, Jeremy?
Oh, I'm a Colorado fan for sure.
Okay.
Oh, he'll get along with Coach Rhodey really well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Rhodey likes Colorado, too.
Oh, yeah. We fight all the time about that one.
Which player do you like the best, Jeremy?
Oh, it's between McKinnon and Mika Rantanen for sure.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, and both those teams are going to be involved in the postseason, so who knows? They could be one of them teams could be hoisting a cup in well, it seems like a long way off now, but
Hey,
eventually.
don't forget about the Blackhawks, okay? The Blackhawks still got opportunity. The 23rd team in 24.
All you got to do is be in it, and then you have a chance. That's once you're in it, you got a chance to win. Especially the Hawks have been there before. So that's all I got for now, guys. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your training schedules and everything. I urge you to keep doing what you're doing. Coach Falzone is working on something big this season, and if you guys can come to camp ready to go, and it will be kind of a long camp too. I think that we might just surprise some teams this year. I'll turn it over to you, Coach, for any closing comments.
Yeah, it's a couple of things. One thing is we're building a team from the inside of the locker room out. So the kids that we got all have good attitudes. I've gotten recommendations from returners, from people in the Dells, actual people from the Dells. And then all the kids that are new coming in, I got recommendations from their past coaches or people I know that I trust when it comes to hockey. Hockey's a very small world, so we all have a lot of communication with each other. And when it comes to talking about players, and players and parents and everything, it's always there. And the advantage of being a coach is that you get those conversations to get to know people. So I'm excited about the group we got building from the inside out, and I'm looking forward to that. And then, our goal this season is to move players on. And one of the ways that we are doing it is, and I know we had a discussion about this before, is called Elite Junior Profiles. Right now they're doing a great thing for us, and they've even come out with some more stuff to help our players get promoted. And I'm excited about their partnership with us again, and keeping that growing and keeping these guys on their feet and moving, and keeping them promoted and keeping them seen, and see how fast we can move them on. And I like them all, and I'm excited to have them, but I want them out quicker than they come in. And I'll just be honest, it's a selfish thing, right? It helps our program, and it helps recruiting for future preferences and future rise. But no, I think these guys are going to make a big impact, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait to get them all together. I'm telling you, it's driving me and Coach Rhodey nuts. We are so excited to get these guys out, and me and Coach Brian have discussions about it all the time too. I know he talks to goalies majority of the time, but he knows players. We've been coaching together for a while, and same as me and Rhodey, and so these things go back and forth. All the conversations never stop about our players, and and then I want to make an impact, and I think we have the group to do it. So I'm excited.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun season. It's getting closer. It's still a long way away, but now we're getting to meet the players, and it just builds the excitement, I think, and hopefully the fans in the Sauk County area will pick up on the excitement and come out and support these guys this year. They really deserve it. They're all working real hard.
Well, I got to also thank Jeremy and Collin for stepping up here. And this time I actually put it out in the group, said who wants to do the interview first or with us, and who hasn't done it yet. And, Jeremy jumped on real fast, said he's in. And then Collin jumped on, said I'll do it for the team. And, it takes a lot. You're stepping up right from the beginning, and I think it's a huge thing. And, I thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate it. And I think I know you guys can be examples to everybody else, that the rest of these guys that get their fear of getting out and talking to people. So I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good combination, too, to have a returner, who's been there. He had a small taste, but, Jerame did a good job last season, and Collin obviously comes in with the bar set pretty high. So, yeah, this is a great way to get some of our guys in here. I want to thank you both, and thank you, Coach Falzone. We are doing 2 shows a week now, I believe. That's kind of what we've gone to. That allows us to, still meet all of our new players, which that's kind of what we really want to do while still reminiscing and building the excitement for the season by, chatting with a lot of our former players who are buying into it really well too. So not sure what day this will go up, but the reason that we had to do it early, Coach Falzone has to take off Wednesday, tomorrow night for the South. And we will be back next week, but we'll try to give you a little bit of a heads up in the Facebook pages when to expect things. And thanks again, guys, and have a great weekend.
You too.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen.